for joining me tonight. Hey, beautiful. You can keep your cameras on if you would like, or feel free to do whatever you need to do for your process tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I will be recording this class for you, for those people who have reached out to take the classes and do them at their own pace. And thank you so much for joining me tonight. It has always been an honor to be here with you. And yeah, we will take just a couple of more minutes in case somebody else is joining us. And well, special thanks to you all for joining and for joining for this cause. It's really heartbreaking what is happening, the situation that is India is going through right now. And as yoga practitioners, it's really important to know that we've taken so much from the motherland, and we've taken lots of knowledge, and we've benefited in so many ways from the motherland and from this ancient practice, this ancient tradition. And it's our time to give back just a little bit, you know, like we are privileged to be standing where we are. We're privileged to be in the situation that we are right now, whatever it is. And yeah, if we can give just a little tiny bit in return, it's amazing. That's what the yoga practice teaches us in the end, right? Like it's yoga means union, and it's not only about ourselves. It's not about just only finding union with ourselves, with body, mind, and soul, which it is, but it's also finding a bigger connection with the divine, and the connection with the community. And the community needs us. Let's stand for each other. All right. Well, having said that, let's start with a seated position just to open our practice. Starting in a seated position, rolling our shoulders back, maybe supporting our hips with a block, if you would like. Keeping your chest open, your palms facing towards the sky. Maybe closing your eyes. Start to connect to your practice, to your breath. Finding awareness on our breath. Bringing attention to the tip of our nose. The sensation of the air coming in and out of our lungs. Feeling our roots on the ground, strong. Our foundation supporting us through the pelvic floor. And that foundation grows strong all the way through our spine into our crown. Receiving vital energy in and out of our nose. If you feel comfortable, bring your hands at the center of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment to connect with your intention with any dedication to this process. Connecting through energy to these main intentions. That is to send healing energy to those who need it the most right now. Take a deep inhale here. And a long breath out to let it go. If you feel comfortable oming at home with me, you're welcome to join me. If not, just enjoy the sound. Deep inhale too. Sahana bhavatu, sahana punatu, sahaviryam kadavavahai, tejasvinavaditamastu, mahimnishavahai. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Releasing your hand. Let's take it down. Let's lie down for a couple of breaths on the floor, reclining our back. Just finding a nice reclined position on our back. Extending our legs. Maybe even finding a little bit of stretch, reaching our arms overhead. Maybe we even interlace the fingers. And just finding a nice full body stretch there. Connecting with the ground that is supporting us. Take another in. And a full breath out. Bring the right knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. Maybe the other leg bends and the foot plants on the floor for support. This creates a little bit of support on the lumbar spine. Take another inhale here. And a long breath out. Grabbing your foot from the outside with your right hand, finding happy baby here. Dragging your knee towards your armpit. The other foot is well planted on the floor. Try to keep the hips and the pelvis square rooting on the ground. Maybe the other hand presses on your hip bone for a little bit of counterbalance. Take another breath. And a long breath out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Maybe you stay here, pressing your foot on the ground, or maybe you find a little bit of a stretch, extending your leg to press the thigh on the ground instead. Keep on bringing the other knee into the armpit. Take another in. And a long breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, rebend that knee, hug it into the chest. And on the exhale, with that hand, with the right hand, start opening your knee towards your right hand side. Just a little bit of a hip stretch in here. The other hand presses on the hip bone. Take one more breath here. And out. Coming back to center, extending the leg towards the ceiling, pointing the toes maybe. If you're doing big circles towards the right hand side, your hands can rest on the ground, pressing the hands on the ground, trying to keep the pelvis on the floor. Just the leg is moving here. We find another circle towards the right, and we come back to center, and we switch sides. Big circles towards the left hand side. And as if we were drawing big circles with our toes, try to keep the leg long. Take one more inhale here as you come back to center. Bring the knee into the chest again. Grab that knee with your left hand this time. The other hand comes to the ground. We twist towards the left hand side. Take another breath. And a long breath out. Try to keep both shoulders on the ground in here. If your neck allows at this time, maybe you find your gaze towards, looking towards your right hand. Take one more in. On the exhale, we come back to center. We squeeze the other knee to the chest. We give them both a little hug. And on the exhale, we release the right foot on the ground for a little bit of a lumbar spine support. The other knee hugs into the chest. And we grab that foot on the outside of the foot, coming to have happy baby on the second side. Your other hand rests on your hip bone. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, drag that knee to the armpit a little bit more. Take one more breath. And a full breath out. You have the option as well to stay here or to start extending that leg on the ground, deepening the stretch a little bit more. It's gonna feel a lot. Take one more breath. Full exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, bring that knee to the chest. Give it a little squeeze. Rubbing that leg with your left hand. This time, we open the knee towards the left hand side. Trying to keep the pelvis square, rooting down on the ground. Take one more breath. And a long breath out. With your next inhale, we come back to center. Extend that leg towards the sky. Keep on pressing the other thigh on the floor. Hands to the floor. And again, we start with those big circles towards the left-hand side. Drawing big circles with the toes. The other foot is active. Take one more inhale here as you draw those big circles. Maybe you come back to center and you find your second side, rotating that hip. Big circles with your leg, maintaining the leg long. Take one more breath. On the exhale, we come back to center. We squeeze the knee in again, and we grab the knee with the right hand. The other hand extends on the ground as we twist to our right hand side. Keeping again both shoulders on the ground. Chest is open towards the sky. Take one more breath. Empty it out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center. Squeeze both knees into the chest. And we rock and roll. If it's accessible, we rock and roll a couple of times until we find our tabletop. As we find our tabletop, pressing those hands from the ground, the knees underneath the hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We walk the hands forward, finding Anahatasana, bringing the forehead down. The hips stay where they are over the knees. Take another in. Full breath out. Last inhale. Long exhale. Releasing those forearms on the floor. Start sliding all the way into your Sphinx pose, Sarva Bhujangasana. Your elbows are underneath the shoulders. Forearms are pressing on the ground. Take a nice big inhale as you open the chest and you keep the thighs pressing on the floor. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into your cobra pose, Bhujangasana. Exhale to lower back down. Let's do that again. Press into those hands, open to cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down. Keep the shoulders away from ears. Inhale to come back up. Exhale to lower back down. Press into those hands, tuck the toes, come back to your tabletop. Take a deep inhale as you open the chest, coming into a cow pose. On the exhale, round the spine, coming to a cat, but bringing your sit bones towards your heels, pressing into your child's pose. Deep inhale as you raise back up into your table, dropping the belly, coming to a cow pose. On the exhale, we round the spine and we bring the sit bones again towards the heel. Let's do that again. Deep inhale, coming back to our tabletop, dropping the belly to open the chest. On the exhale, rounding the spine, pressing hips towards the heel. It's gonna change. Inhale to come back to table. Dropping the belly, open the chest, listen here. Bend your elbows, bring chest and chin to the floor in Ashtanga Namaskar. Press into your hands, come back to your tabletop. Round the spine, bring the hips towards your heel. Let's do that again. Deep inhale, raise back up into your table. Drop the belly to open the chest. On the exhale, bend your elbows, chin and chest come towards the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Press back up into your tabletop, rounding the spine, tucking the belly in, and bringing the hips towards the heels, child's pose. Two more times. Inhale to come back to table, dropping the belly, open the chest. Exhale, Ashtanga Namaskar, chin and chest to the ground. Press into those hands, come back to your tabletop, rounding the spine, hips towards the heels, Balasana. Last one, inhale to come back table, opening the chest. On the exhale, bending the elbows, chin and chest to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Press back up, table, rounding the spine, hips towards the heels, and we stay here for a moment. Press the forehead on the ground. The hands are still pressing on the floor. Take another cycle of breath. Deep inhale. Exhaling it out through the mouth. Let it go. Coming back to center, press those hands on the floor, tuck the toes, bend those hips up and back, coming to downward facing dog. We take a moment here just to pedal the feet, to maybe find a little bit of movement on the neck, saying yes, saying no with our head. Take another breath. And out. On your next inhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Anjaneyasana, back knee comes to the ground. We sink the hips low. Keep your fingertips on the ground. Take another inhale here. And a long breath out. Pressing into those hands, step the back foot forward and fold forward. Take a deep inhale as you lengthen the spine. The feet are opening towards hip distance apart. Deep inhale, lengthening. On the exhale, catching the big toes, Padangusthasana. On the exhale, we bend forward and the elbows come towards the sides of the room. Letting the head hang heavy in here. Letting the crown of the head drop towards the ground. Take another breath. And out. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold forward, pressing those hands on the floor, feet together again. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, fold. Send that right foot back. Knee comes down, Anjaneyasana on your second leg. Pressing the pelvis down, taking a breath in here, and a long breath out. Press those hands on the ground, tuck the back toes, send that foot back into down dog or Parvatasana. This down dog with feet together. We'll call this pose Parvatasana, feet together. Take another in. And a full exhale. Drop your knees to the floor. Arch the back, chin and chest to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Roll into a Cobra, Bhujangasana. On the exhale, push back, Parvatasana. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the hands. The back knee comes down. Onto the asana, we open the chest and we sink the hips low. Fingertips are on the ground. Take one more breath. On the exhale, press those hands and step the back foot forward to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold forward, opening the feet hip distance apart again. Bringing the hands underneath the feet for Padahastasana. Option to take the first variation or any variation you know for a forward folding here. Take another inhale as you lengthen. On the exhale, we fold forward. Maybe the elbows come towards the sides. And again, we'll let the head hang heavy here. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Releasing your hands, lengthening the spine. And on the exhale, we fold forward, feet together again. Sit your hips low, Utkatasana. Bring your hands up. The torso is light in here. The legs are strong, sitting low. Take another in. On the exhale, Samasthiti, rising into your standing position. Equal standing position. Bring your hands to the sky. Maybe open the feet hip distance apart slightly, grabbing your left wrist with your right hand, leaning towards the right hand side. Take a breath. And out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center and we go right away towards the other side. We grab opposite hand with our hands and we open that side body a little bit more. Take one more breath. Maybe you look up if that's accessible with you. And a long exhale. Inhale to start coming back to center, releasing feet together, hands by your side. Root down through your right foot, bring your right knee into the chest. Oh, root down through your right foot, bring your left knee into the chest. Give it a little squeeze. And maybe you stay here, bringing your left hand to your knee. The other hand comes to your hip. Maybe you have a little bit more space and catch your big toe extending your leg or micro bending that knee if necessary. Take a deep inhale here as you stand tall. On the exhale, we open the knee towards the side. Take a breath. Again, if you're touching the big toe, maybe you extend your leg towards the side. The other leg is strong in here. Try to keep the leg straight. Take one more breath. If that's accessible and your balance is good, maybe you start looking towards your opposite side. That's your right side. Take one more breath. On the exhale, we come back to center. We release the foot or the knee. Extend the leg. Take a deep breath in. Grab those hips with both hands. Long breath out. One more breath. On the exhale, we release and we shake it out. Take a deep inhale as you raise the hand. On the exhale, we sit the hips low, Utkatasana. Hands to the center of the chest. Deep inhale. On the exhale, we sit a little bit lower. Inhale here. On the exhale, we twist towards the right hand side. Opposite elbow comes to the knee or opposite hand. If that is what you need, bringing your other hand to your back of your lower back. Take one more breath. Empty it out. Last inhale. On the exhale, hands to the center of the chest, fold forward. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to just fold. Rooting down through the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands by your side. Let's do that on the second side. Hands to those hips, rooting down through the left foot, again bringing the right knee towards the chest. Maybe you hug it in here for a little bit more, trying to keep the other standing leg strong and straight. Maybe you keep your hand on your knee or find your big toe, extending your leg into Padahastasana. Take what you need in here, finding your balance. And as soon as you find your balance, maybe you open your knee or your foot towards the other side, towards the right hand side. Try to keep the standing leg strong and straight. Take one more breath. Full breath out. And again, if the balance is good, maybe you start looking towards the other side. Take another in. On the exhale, we come back to center, releasing that leg, extending it. Wherever you are, extend your leg. Bring your hands to your hips. Doesn't matter if you need to keep your foot low. Take another breath. Keep on working through those hip flexors. One more inhale. On the exhale, release to the ground, shake it out. Inhale to lengthen here. On the exhale, we sit low into Utkatasana, hands to the center of the chest. Take another breath, rolling the shoulders back. On the exhale, we twist. Second side. Again, opposite elbow to your left knee or opposite hand, and the other hand touches the lower back. Take another breath. And out. Inhale to start coming back to center. Straight those legs, extend to the sky. On the exhale, we release, hands by your side. Samasthiti. All right, so let's do a couple of sun salutations, hatha tradition, just to bring a little bit of positive energy to our cause. So hands to the center of the chest. Rolling the shoulders back. Take a deep inhale here. Full breath out. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale to fold forward. Plant those hands, step the right foot back, knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Take a breath in here. On the exhale, plant those hands on the ground, stepping back, feet together, Parvatasana. Take a deep inhale, full breath out to let it go. Dropping the knees, then the chest and the chin to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Rolling into your back and Bhujangasana. Exhale, push back, Parvatasana, feet together. On your next inhale, stepping the right foot in between the hands, the back knee comes down, opening the chest, Anjaneyasana. And on the exhale, we step forward to fold. Rooting down, maybe micro-bending the knees, coming all the way up. Exhale, hands at the center of the chest, Parmanasana. Let's do the second side. Deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale to fold forward. Plant those hands, step the left foot back this time, knee comes down, Anjaneyasana, just for one breath, rolling the shoulders back. And on the exhale, we step back into Parvatasana, feet together, hips up. Take another in. Exhale through the mouth, let it go. Drop the knees. Bend the chest and chin to the ground, Ashtanga Namaskar. Rolling to your back, bend Bhujangasana. Exhale, push back, Parvatasana. On your next inhale, step the left foot in between the hands, knee comes down, open the chest, take a breath. And on the exhale, we step forward to fold. Rooting down through the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti, hands to the center of the chest. Take a breath. And a long breath out. Let's do that again, one breath at a time. Deep inhale, reaching up. Exhale to fold forward, creating energy. Plant those hands, step the right foot back, knee comes down, open the chest, Anjaneyasana. Planting those hands to step back into Parvatasana, feet together. At the end of the exhalation, holding the breath out, drop the chin, chest and chin, knees, chest and chin to the floor, Ashtanga Namaskar. Rolling to your back bend. Exhale, push back, Parvatasana, feet together. On your next inhale, stepping the right foot in between the hands, knee comes down, opening the chest. On the exhale, we step forward to fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at the center of the chest. Take your time to flow with your breath. Take another inhale here as you extend. Exhale, fold forward. Planting those hands, stepping the left foot back, knee comes down, Anjaneyasana, take a breath. On the exhale, plant those hands, step back, Parvatasana, feet together. Dropping the knees, chest and chin to the floor, Ashtanga Namaskar, rolling into your back bend. On the exhale, push back, Parvatasana. On your next inhale, stepping the left foot in between the hands, knee comes down, opening the chest. On the exhale, step forward to fold. Rooting down through the feet, come all the way up. Exhale, hands at the center of the chest, Padmasana. Take a breath. And out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Bringing hands to the hips. Again, balancing on your right foot, bringing the left knee up. Bringing the knee towards the chest, maybe with both hands. Releasing your knee. Stepping that foot back. The ball of the foot comes down. Coming into Vimanasana, high runner's lunge. Maybe your hands come to the sky. Extending your torso towards the ceiling. Take another inhale here. If you need to drop the knee to the floor, feel free to do that. Long breath out. Hands to the center of the chest. On the exhale, we twist, bringing the opposite elbow to the knee. Strong leg in here. Take another in and out. Last inhale. On the exhale, both hands on the floor, framing that foot. The back heel comes to the ground, raising the torso back up into warrior one. Take another inhale here. Full exhale, opening the chest a little bit more, bringing the arms around and clasping the hands together. Take another inhale, rolling the shoulders back. On the exhale, we find humble warrior. Soften the elbows, maybe bringing your palms towards the sky. Take one more breath. And a long breath out. Let the crown of the head drop towards your big toe. Take one more in. On the exhale, hands on the inside of the foot this time. The back heel can come off the floor. Coming to your lizard pose. Take another breath in here. Maybe you drop the knee in here, finding a little bit of rest, sinking the hips a little bit lower. Take one more breath and empty it out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Keeping the left hand on the ground, the other hand can travel to your hips, your lower back, or towards the sky. Your knee can stay on the floor or it can stay off the floor. However you want to practice in here. Take one more breath. Full exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, framing that foot with both hands, stepping back to your plank, dropping knees, chest and chin to the floor, Ashtanga Namaskar. Finding your back and inhale. On the exhale, push back into your child's pose. And we take a breath in here, bringing the forehead down, connecting again to the breath, connecting again with our intention. Take your time, again activating your Ujjayi breath. Take two more breaths in here in child's pose. Whenever you feel ready, pressing your hands on the floor, rising back into your table, tucking the toes, standing hips up and back. Parvatasana, feet together, hips up. Take another in. And a long breath out. On your next inhale, stepping the right foot in between the hands, raising the torso up, Vimanasana. Reaching the hands towards the sky, the legs are strong in here. Reaching your hands towards the back of the room and down, leaning the torso forward. Take a deep inhale to rise back up. On the exhale, we'll lean forward. And we use that momentum with deep inhale, reaching back up. On the exhale, we'll lean forward and we use that momentum and maybe we keep the back leg off the floor coming into our warrior three. The standing leg is strong in here. Take another in. Your arms can be by your side on the center of the chest or reaching forward. Take another in. On the exhale, feet together, standing, hands at the center of the chest. Take a breath. And out. Spreading the toes on your left foot this time, dragging the right knee. Invite it into your chest. Give it a little squeeze. On the exhale, we step that foot back, coming to Vimanasana. The ball of the foot is on the ground. Your heel is pointing towards the sky. Maybe your hands reach up. We take another breath. On the exhale, maybe we sink a little bit more. Hands to the center of the chest as we twist. The opposite elbow comes to your knee. Keeping your legs straight, the other knee can come to the ground if you choose. Take another breath. Full breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, framing that foot with both hands, the back heel comes to the ground. Pressing the feet on the ground, right back up into your warrior one. Take another inhale here as you open the chest, sending the shoulders back. On the exhale, we move the arms around, clasping the hands. Take another in. On the exhale, we fold forward, coming to our humble warrior. And again, the crown of the head, we'll let it go towards the big toe. Our gaze follows our back foot. Take another in and out. Releasing your hands, bringing both hands on the inside of the foot. The back heel comes off the ground. Lift our toes second side, Uttam Prishtasana. Your hands on the ground, Maybe your knee rests on the ground for a moment, and we'll let those hips sink a little bit lower. Take another in. Full exhale. Pressing the right hand this time on the ground, bringing the other hand either to your hip, to your lower back, or towards the sky. And again, in here, you choose if you need to keep the back knee on or off the floor. Take another breath. Empty it out. Last inhale. On the exhale, framing that foot back again, pressing to those hands, stepping back to Parvatasana. Take a deep inhale here. Full exhale. Dropping the knees, chest, and chin to the floor, Ashtanga Namaskar. Shining into your back bend. On the exhale, push back into your child's pose. And again, we connect. If you need to find an inversion at this moment, you can find an inversion, whatever you choose. Child's pose is a great inversion. Rabbit pose as well, bringing the crown of the head, that's also an option. I'll just offer rabbit pose for those of you who don't have an inversion practice. Knees are together, hands towards the heels, forehead comes down. We can stay here, or we can bring the hips off the ground, rolling the head into the crown of the head. This is a nice stretch as well for the shoulders. Of course, if you have Shirshasana in your practice or any other posture that is inverted that you would like to practice, you're welcome to take it at this point. Take another breath. Full exhale. Last inhale. On the exhale, we start releasing wherever you are. Start coming back to your rest. Take another in. Emptying it out. Reaching your hands forward, planting those hands on the ground. Coming back to table as you tuck your toes, sending your hips up and back into Parvatasana. Feet together, hips up. Take another breath. And out. Stepping the left foot in between the hands. The back heel is off the floor. We rise up into Vimanasana, torso up. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, torso moves forward, hands back. Deep inhale as you reach up. Exhale to move forward. Last inhale, reaching up, strong legs. On the exhale, we move forward and we use that momentum, bringing the back leg off the floor, floating into our warrior three. Take another in. Again, if you need to choose a different arm variation in here, take another breath. The standing leg is strong. On the exhale, foot forward, feet together, Savasana, mountain pose. Deep inhale, reaching up. On the exhale, we fold forward. Lengthening the spine, inhale. On the exhale, sit your hips low, Utkatasana, very low Utkatasana. And we're gonna take it down from here. Take another in. On the exhale, sit a little bit lower. Engaging through the core, engaging through the pelvic floor muscles, sitting a little bit lower. Take one more in. Exhaling, sitting a little bit lower. Maybe the heels come off the ground, or you bring your bum to the ground, coming into Navasana. Take a breath. You can hold your legs in here, keep your knees towards your chest. Take another in. On the exhale, give those knees a little hug and release. We are in a seated position. All right. Beautiful. We're gonna Take it down from here. Let's find a nice twist, sitting tall into our Sukhasana, just a simple twisting position. Take a deep inhale as you reach your hands towards the sky, extending that torso. And on the exhale, we twist towards the right hand side. Your left hand comes and grabs your right knee. The other hand comes to the floor for support. Take another in. Full breath out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center, hands towards the sky. And on the exhale, we twist second side. The hand comes to the opposite knee. And we open the chest. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. On the exhale, we come back to center, hands to the sky. And on the exhale, hands in front of us. Maybe we move the hands forward. Just finding a nice forward folding here, pressing those hands or the fingertips on the ground, trying to root down through the sit bones. Take another breath. And out. Last inhale. Full exhale. Whenever you're ready, coming back to center. If you're sitting in a cross-legged position, maybe changing the leg that's in front. Finding support underneath your hips is always a good idea. We're just gonna sit here for a moment and breathe. Before we leave, just a little bit of pranayama practice to help us just release the rest of the energy we can have stored inside. Just take a couple of breaths in here. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Your fingers can touch. Index and thumb come to touch, maybe dropping the shoulders back, opening the chest. Trying to sit as tall as we can. Take a deep breath in here. Full breath out. Let it go. We're going to concentrate our pranayama practice, alternating our breathing with the nostrils using Anulom Vilom technique. For those of you who have never joined me before in this practice, left hand stays where it is, index and thumb touching. The other hand in Vishnu Mudra, index and middle finger come to the base of the thumb, the other fingers remain extended. We're going to use the thumb to plug the right nostril and the ring finger to plug the left nostril. All right, so just a couple of breaths to find a nice cleanse through our nadis, our channels. Cleansing breath first. Deep inhale together and a long breath out to let it go. Plugging your right nostril, breathing through left. Plugging both. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Plugging both. Exhaling through left. Inhale through left. Plug both. Exhale right. Inhale right, block pose. Exhale left. Sitting tall, inhale left. Hold inside. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale right. Inhale right. Hold inside. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale left. Inhale through left. Holding 5. Exhale right. Breathing through right. Hold in. Exhaling. Releasing. Taking a moment to breathe through both nostrils. Your hips are sitting on a block or a cushion, removing your support, extending your legs, letting yourself recline back into the floor. Maybe even bending the knees, pressing the feet on the ground, extending your arms towards your side, even opening the feet mat distance apart and letting your knees fold to one side and the other. Just to find a couple of wide windshield wipers. If you need any other posture, if you need any other type of twist in here, you're welcome to take what you need. After we find a little bit of mobility on our hips, on our spine, maybe it's a good idea to bring the knees into the chest, giving them a little squeeze. And as we squeeze them so much, all the body squeezes in from the toes to your eyebrows, squeezing, squeezing a little bit more. Take another inhale here. On the exhale, release through the mouth, side out, let it go. Extending your legs, extending your arms, letting your torso be heavy on the ground. Letting your legs, your arms, your hips, your torso, your neck, and your head feel fully, fully supported on the ground in your Shavasana. The final allowing yourself in the breath nourish you. Taking a couple of breaths in your Shavasana, letting your nervous system restore, And to let your breath deepen into your lungs. Remembering that this ancient tradition has supported us through our journey, long or short, doesn't matter. Taking all the knowledge from this ancient tradition, come and support our practice on our journey down life. Purnamidam Purnasya Purnashyate Purnaste Purnamadaya Purnamevam Vashishyate Om Purnamadam Purnamivam Purnasya Purnashyate Purnaste Purnamadaya Purnamevam Vashishyate Om Asato Mastasya Maya Tamso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Hamritam Gamaya Om Shanti 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 If you feel happy in your Shavasana, you're welcome to stay as long as you need. If you're ready to invite some movement into your body, take your time to start finding some very gentle movement, your hands on your feet, your head, allowing yourself to take a deep inhalation and a long exhalation to let it all out. As you start feeling ready, Finding your fetal position on your left hand side, filling your practice with your moon energy. Taking your time to get there. As you take your time, find your way into your seated position with your eyes closed, your hands resting at the center of the heart. Taking a moment, find gratitude for our practice, for our breath, for our movement. Find gratitude for being able to practice with each other, be in the space where we are at right now. Connecting again with our intention, sending a little bit of light to those who need it the most right now. Rub your palms together as you cover your eyes. Rubbing your palms one more time to cover that part of the body that needs it the most right now. Thank you so much for your energy tonight. As always, it's been an honor to be here with you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your evening and a beautiful week ahead. Hope to see you again soon. Namaste. Thank you so much.